Yeah, the weight is a little thing to think about if you get in it as your first big bike, because it is a little bit heavy and it's very low to the ground. You know, those things combined, it can be a lump to push around, you know what I mean? Like, you could find yourself pointing the wrong way down a hill where you can't turn around at, so you have to get comfortable with the weight of the bike, I think. Any other bad points? Apart from the speed, again, the speed, like, you just got to control your speed. That's it for your first big bike. I can't think of any other reason. Here's another thing to do with speed and weight. If you have a light bike, like you've probably been riding a 125 or 250 maybe, you know, if you progress through the licensing years, you'll be used to how quickly you can flick the bike into a corner, right? How quickly it can, like, make adjustments mid-corner, that kind of thing. Like, it'll tip over quickly, it'll turn nice and quickly because it doesn't weigh a lot. And you know, it's just generally easier to do everything on it. With the big bikes, like this VFR for example, above a certain speed, because it's heavy, the momentum carries you further to the outside of the corners. So if I want to make this left corner here, and I go quickly, and I'm leaning all the way over to the left, like this, you know, I'm going so fast. The bike wants to go towards the outside of the corner more, so you have to approach the corners a bit more relaxed than you could on like a fast sport bike or something very small, like a naked 250cc bike, for example, right? Anyway, I digress. Good things about the VFR as a first bike, it could do a little bit of everything, right? So it's fast, it's sporty looking, you can go long distances on it, you can commute on it, you can take a pillion on it just fine. This model at least has ABS, so there's that safety net for when you're just starting out and you don't know how much you can pull the brake lever. The road is shocking, holy crap. It's got linked brakes, so if I pull the front lever, the back brake comes on a little bit too. It keeps the bike nice and steady, level. Same with the back brake. If I put a little bit of back brake on, the front brake comes on a little bit. It's very hard to lock the wheels on this. I've tried. Trust me, I've been riding in the rain quickly, putting on the brakes quickly, and it's still like, it's just steady. It's impossible. Impossible to fly. I'm not going to say impossible, but it's a very safe bike for its size. You know, it's not like an insane R1 or something like that. It's not like a 750, you know what I mean? It's just so, yeah, it's just so relaxed. It's so stable. Through corners or high speed, it's just stable. It's not gonna power wheelie. It's too heavy to power wheelie in second, third, fourth gear. You can do it in first gear, but you're gonna have to be properly trying. You have to pin the throttle, you have to lean back, everything, right? It's manageable. It's a manageable bike, like especially with the VTEC. If you keep it below the VTEC line, it's very, I'm not gonna say slow. It's not a slow bike below VTEC, but it's just a bike. You know what I mean? It's not like something crazy, like 800cc touring, sport touring bike. It's not an insane bike. You know, if you were gonna ask, can I get an R1 as my first big bike? I'll tell you, no. No, you can't. No, you can't, man. You power wheelie in every, like, first, second, third gear, you can wheelie that just by pinning the throttle. You go around the corner and you jerk the throttle a little bit, you're sliding already, you know? Not a good first bike. It's 1000cc sport bike. But this one, yeah, I can see someone getting this. This is their first big bike. So I think if you bought a VFR, you could easily never buy another bike. Like, unless you want to go off-road, right? I could take this to the track and have a lot of fun. I know it's not like a lethal track weapon, but you could do it. I could take this to the tip of Scotland and then down to Land's End in Cornwall. I could do that trip on this bike and my back won't be broken by the end of it. I could take it out here in the twisties and throw it around corners, grind the pegs on the ground, put your knee down if that's your thing. I could do wheelies on this bike. Like, you could do pretty much everything. You could do everything. You could put panniers on it, a top box. Your missus can go on the back. Your boyfriend can go on the back. You know what I mean? Like, you could do everything on this sport touring bike. In that sense, yeah, like, you won't outgrow it. You won't outgrow this bike. Unless you're crazy like me and you want something like a Hayabusa. I've been looking at the new Hayabusa. I'll be honest, man. That is enticing. I wish this bike had cruise control. That's like the only thing that that's missing for me.